So this is my current pedal board. It's kind of a little bit more of like a spaceship than a pedal board. To be honest, it's probably not the most affordable pedal board, and I've kind of built it up over the years of playing, like buying, selling pedals, and as ironic as it is me showing you this, something I'm quite passionate about is not letting gear or expensive gear being the thing that holds us or you back as a guitarist to become a better guitarist and just to enjoy, playing guitar. And for me, a big part of playing guitar, and I'm sure for a lot of us, is playing around with pedals. Pedals are quite fun, and it can be fun to kind of mess around and get your sound that you like. And I think we live in a time where we're all trying to get the absolute most value out of our money when it comes to buying equipment. So in comes an incredible company called Tonecity, which I'm sure a lot of guitarists are familiar with. There's so many comparisons where these pedals, these Tonecity pedals, let me do like a real influencer vibe, these pedals really hold up incredibly well compared to some way more expensive pedals. And I've always been curious of how they sound, and I thought it'd be a fun challenge to kind of build an affordable pedal board. Can I build a board that is way more affordable than what I've built over the years? Can I enjoy it? Can I get sounds out of it that I like? And can I see myself actually playing live with the thing? And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna build a board with some of these Tonecity pedals and demo it, and you guys can get an idea of how these sound. I mean, so far, just the few I've tried sound incredible. So let's get to it. Okay, so here is the current setup. I think it's pretty simple. I'm going into my tuner and then into that golden plexi. And I am very curious about this rumble. I've heard great things about the double Durple, which is Pete Honore from Anderton's signature pedal. Then into the Sweet Cream, the tape delay, and then a subtle spring reverb, and then I think the Heavenly Lake I'm going to use for a little bit more of a, prominent delay and a prominent reverb to get ambient. And then we've got the Angel Wing. I am playing my American Professional 2 Strat, which I love. It's kind of like my go-to. This is my dry signal. I've set up the big rumble, which I think is like a Dumble style pedal. This is without. And this is with it on. This is the spring. Sounds really good. So it gets pretty springy. There's like a bit of like a high end thing. I usually would probably keep that very subtle and very low as like an always on. Then I would go to the tape halfway. That's usually where I would have it, and I would have it the level quite low and the repeats to like where it's like 1, 2, 3 and then it dies off. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So that would be like my always on. That sounds good. That is an incredible piece, or the start of a piece from one of my friends, Yus Matoki. I hope I'm saying your name right, dude. But incredible guitar player, great inspiration to me. Yeah, as a basic sound, I'm pretty happy with that. And how I usually set up my stuff is like I have different gain stages. So very light overdrive, and then I'll go to my second, which right now I'm using this Sweet Cream, which sounds insane. So this is without. And this is with. Switch to the bridge pickup. Jeez, that sounds really good. And it feels like it has like quite a bit of dynamic range. If I pick softly, there's not a lot of gain, and when I like dig into it, it sounds really gainy. So like that's incredible for me. Just like that. I love that. That sounds so good. I feel like there's still, I mean, at least for me, it sounds like there's still quite a bit of clarity going on there. I'm not losing. I am not the best guitar player ever, and this is the Durple. It's really clear. A little bit more. That sounds really good. I'm gonna move on to the Heavenly Lake, which is a reverb and delay pedal, which is actually something I don't have, like a dual reverb and delay. So definitely this is one I might actually end up using on my board, incorporating it in maybe like a smaller build. Here is the reverb. Try and turn that tone down. Full reverb. And the echo, this is without modulation on the repeat. And if I turn up the depth, it gets like really wobbly. I would probably keep the modulation just under half for my liking. Yeah, this is a good time to check out the Golden Plexi, which is a distortion, like a higher clipping drive. I would probably run that straight into the Rumble with the Heavenly Lake on, and that would be like my solo sound. So that sounds like... yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. It's a song from Turnstile that I'm busy learning, but yeah, that sounds really good. Ah! I'm not like a big distortion guy, but it's cool to have it when you need it. That's about it. Like obviously the Angel Wing for modulation. I tend to mostly run chorus as a modulation. I mean, it sounds good. I'm not super surprised, to be honest. I knew they were going to be good. One thing that's really blowing me away is the power supply. I mean, there's like, I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's very little noise. But yeah, this is so fun. I love it. So, my thoughts. This was a super fun experiment, and I firstly just want to say thank you so much to tonecity for sending me these pedals. They didn't pay me to say any of these things, they were just nice enough to send it through. And there's some that I haven't tried out that I would like to still try out, like the Bad Horse, which I think is a clon. They're incredible. I think it's crazy for me to think the value that these pedals offer and how much fun you can have. I can totally see myself just using that and writing music and having fun, and it helping me become more and more creative. Another space that I really see these working well in, maybe this is for me personally, but I have a problem when it comes to overdrive pedals. Figuring out if I like tube screamers, or do I like a clon circuit, or do I like a blues breaker or a blues driver type of circuit. And it took me long to get to that point where I feel like it would have been much easier to almost get a bunch of these smaller drive pedals. That would have helped me a lot to try and figure out what type of style of overdrive I like, and it wouldn't have cost me that much, you know, because I would have been able to try a bunch of like really affordable types of overdrives and get my type of sound. Again, this is not a comparison. I think they all have their place. I don't think it's as black and white to say like this is all you need and the boutique or more expensive pedals is all you need. I think they can actually kind of live together. There's some things that these pedals do that none of my pedals do, and I would love to incorporate that in my board. You know, one thing to obviously keep in mind when you're dealing with more affordable pedals is there's slightly less options. Small things like having stereo in and out, being able to really fine tune the modulation and the pitches and all the different options. I mean, like the Big Sky has, you know, hundreds of possibilities. So I think that's the thing, is it is basic, but it works, and it works really well. Yeah, pedals are awesome, and this is a great way to get into the pedal space at a great price and just have a boatload of fun. You'll have a lot of fun. Yeah, check it out.